Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. And today we're doing something a little bit different, still handheld related, but I finally got something in the mail I've been waiting on. Let's see. Yep, new buttons for the Cube. I don't know, I thought these would look badass in a black RG cube, throwing some white and silver buttons. So we're gonna crack this thing open and see if we can't get them in there. See if I can do stuff like this with a camera in front of me. I've never opened the Cube before, so I don't know what to expect, but I would assume typical shit. Get the screws off. For any of you curious, I picked those buttons up off of Etsy. Same person who did the buttons for my RGB30, the PlayStation buttons I put in that one. Sakura Retro Modding. So the buttons they make feel like they came from the manufacturer. They are probably the best quality buttons I've ever seen. Uh-oh. See, now we have a problem. I can't reach that far with this screwdriver. Let's see if I can't slide it down a little. No. Really? Oh, there it is. This is magnetic, so it makes it difficult. I gotta hold it and not let it suck it up. Got it. Do the same thing over here. This barely reaches like this. Come on. Come on. There it is. So now I have to hold it again and barely put this on, just enough that I can get a grip on it. And then when it sucks up, I know I got it. Alright. That should be that. Oh, let's pull the SD cards out real quick. That is SD2. Let's put that over there. SD1. Let's put that over here. Alright. I don't think I have anything else I need to worry about. Now for the part I don't like. I don't like prying into any handheld because I always feel like I'm going to fuck it up beyond repair. Come on. Got all the screws out. Right, I'm not going to break nothing. And I'm not good at this part. Let's grab a second one. Let me find a good point to get. There we go. Get it started with one, wedge the other in there. So that's what I don't like about it, that scraping. And I have a better tool for it, like right here. But sometimes I feel like this causes more damage. bastard. I would like to do this without completely tearing up the plastic. The cube is not meant to come apart. There we go. No, I dropped it. Now we're getting somewhere. It's fine. I'll play these games all the way around. There we go. Know why I completely destroyed the cube to do this. Come on. There it is. Gotta find those little, there it is. Have to find those little clips and press them in. There we go. Easy now. Alright, once you get the back of these off, you gotta be careful. You never know if the battery wire is connected. Yep, there it is. See it right there? It should just let me slide it out. Downfall of not having fingernails. Sorry, I know I'm doing it like off camera, but I'm just trying to get it done at this point. And I don't want to use the tweezers. So I feel like, oh shit, I just ripped the battery contact out, didn't I? I did. Right there. Like I work in a repair shop. There we go. Just stick it back in like it was. It's fine. It'll make the connection. Alright. So battery off. How we doing? We need this side. And we got 9,000 screws to go. Let's see if I have a better screwdriver for this. Oh, sorry, bumping the camera. I don't think, yeah, this screwdriver is not magnetic. Wish I had some foam or something to prop it up on. Yeah, let's get all the screws off of here first. I know I have a magnetic screwdriver somewhere. Not that one. Well, maybe not. You're not magnetic, but let's try you. You a better fit. Nope. Alright, keep using the shitty one. Okay, got that. Next. Come on. There we go. Don't give me any more problems now. Is that a what? Okay, I thought that was part of the plastic right there. I was like, what the hell did I break? Nope. Not part of the plastic, but I do see a piece of plastic right here. That looks like I ripped it off. You ever go to do a button mod on a handheld, just be prepared that you might slightly damage. Oh my god, of course the wireless is. Come on, little MMCX or SMA connector right there. Alright. I have to remember I removed that connector. Let's pull you out and set you aside. I get scared of these little ribbon cables right here because I tend to be a little rough with shit like that. Yeah, this whole thing's probably not going to go that well, everyone. I might end up fucking this up. Oh, it is slightly magnetic. It just never feels that way when I use it. So far, the only part I think I actually fucked up is the battery. Oh, I don't want to pull the analog stick if I can avoid it. Okay, so make sure all my buttons stay together here. I still got those in, I do. I know I keep pulling it off camera. I'm not used to doing stuff like this with the camera in my face. I don't want to take everything off, but I don't want to damage anything because there's a screen right here. So I can pull L and R. What's holding you? So I'm looking for anything I missed. It just feels a little too tight to lift up on it. I should have enough room with everything, like the screen still being attached and all that, to get in there and change out the buttons. I'm feeling it's just wedged in there because of all the side buttons and the speakers down here. It really feels like there's a center screw right in the middle, but that's just an illusion. It's definitely just all the buttons holding it in place now. Let's go same time here. Nope. Okay, I don't want to rip the speakers off. Well, at least you know you got two speakers here, which we already assumed. And then the analog sticks are right behind it. See, it definitely feels like the speakers or something is holding it in place. So let's lift the speakers out. Not the speakers. Where's my little wedge tool? Okay, it's the 3.5 jack and the top buttons. So it's being held together. It's pinned into place there. And by these buttons here, it's just being held on by tension. Which I don't like. I mean, I like it. I like that it's... There it is. Okay. Well, let's see if I have enough room to just lift. Pull it away from those. No, I don't think I do. Yeah, be very careful at this point. It's better to just go ahead and remove the ribbon cables than to make a mistake and pull the whole board out and rip one of those. Alright, sorry I couldn't get this off. Where's the contact at? Lift and pull. Okay. And I'm gonna have to do this one too. Come on, out you go. Come on, there we go. Alright, I should have everything attached now, removed. Sorry, I keep pulling it close and doing it off screen. Alright. Lift up and remove the board. Go ahead and take off the rubber membrane. Come on, come on. Oh, they got that wedged in there, don't they? Alright. We got the B button out. Alright, let's get the new buttons out. Okay, where's X? There it is. X. Now I'm going to lift it and look at it. Nope. Man, I think that's... Nope, go that way. Nope. Rotate it again. Okay, there we go. That's the way it should be. Let's jump over and do triangle. Where you at? There you are. So you should sit just like that. Yep. Okay, now because I'm going to get it backwards, this should be circle. Right, circle's on the outside right for PlayStation. And that should be square. Oh, okay. Alright, let's put the membrane back. And this thing was wedged in here on this side. So I can only assume it's going to be really fun to get it can tell you my hands and rubber membranes don't mix. It definitely feels like I got too much in there. Yeah, it does. It feels like they're not down enough. Now, I know I didn't flip the membrane around. I just don't think this side's going in all the way. Start over. Let's do it this way. Let's get that side on first. And then try and get this side to cooperate. So I'm going to keep trying to remember to pull it back off camera, or back on camera here. Alright, that feels a lot more solid. Okay. Now time to try and feed all the ribbon cables back through. There's the screen. There's the analog. Come on. What the hell is... a piece of plastic or a piece of foam? And a piece of plastic from something. Okay. Now that I've broken off some pieces of plastic, make sure all the analog, oh man. Oh shit, all the buttons fell in. Okay, now let's do this again without the buttons falling in. It's actually trying to angle it that way, unlike last time. All right. Now, that looks about right. Look, that speaker just jumped right back into place. It wants to go back together. Oh, stretch out my back. Now for the part I hate. If you've rebuilt any Game Boy Colors in your life, you know why I hate this part. Okay, let's get the analog sticks reconnected. Because of how numb my hands get, I can't ever tell if I got them in or not. If you ever used an iFixit kit, you know these tweezers are the sharpest things on the planet. Okay, I think I got that one in place. That one definitely felt like it went really quickly. Okay. Let's get the connector back in place right here. Why Because why am I going to have more trouble with this than anything else? And these connectors, you just push them in place. Once you get it lined up over it, they just snap on like that. Boom, like that. I'm actually going to turn this connector that way. That way I can feed everything around like that. Okay. For the hell of it, I'm going to replace the tape. Normally I'm too lazy for that shit. It's my handheld anyway. Let's replace L1. Go ahead and replace R1. Right. R1, L1. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to pick it up and look and double check to make sure you're getting everything the right way. Alright, this is going to be the most problematic part for me. Is fitting this back together right here. Come on, damn it. Open up for it. There we go. Okay, that feels close to right. Right. R, yep, okay. Stab that bad boy back into place. Okay. And now same over here. You're trying to get them over this button, or to get that little membrane under the button. It should easily slide once you get it right like that. Then you can hold it down and press to make sure it's hitting it. Come on. Get back in there. Okay, like that. You could slide that one back over. Like that. There we go. Everything sounds like it's hitting. The only possible mistake so far is going to be the battery contact on that. Although it is kind of a quick connect, so it should be fine. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is screw these in over here on the L and R buttons. I guess it helps if you get them lined up right before you start trying to screw them in. Oh yeah, once you get that second screw in, you feel everything settle into place. And then you know the button's fine. And remember, I'm doing this with really bad hands. Absolutely, that feels good. Okay. I almost stopped right there, like, okay, we're done. Let's get, oh no, come back. You do not want to drop a screw into there and let it land, and then it'll be on the back of the screen. And then we'll have to, guess what? We'll tear all this shit apart to get to it. Or hold it upside down and shake it. Which is probably not a good idea when you're messing with a bunch of small parts. You never know what'll fall out and break. Okay, so we're almost there. Only 30 minutes. Look at that. Not bad for a guy with shitty hands. I'm definitely not using the right screwdriver for this. This fucking thing sucks. But it's what I had sitting at my desk. So normally I would not quite put it all together yet. I would actually just pin the board in, put the buttons in place, all the ribbon cables back, and then test it. But even if, like, say one of the analogs aren't working, I don't have time right now to play with it. So I'm putting it all the way back together. That way if I miss something, I'll just do it at home with my tools that are meant for this. Come here. And just want to make sure the top is secure, since those have buttons and SD cards on the bottom, buttons on the top, charging. So you want to make sure all, you get those screws in. So if you drop a screw or two and lose it, try to get one on each side and as many on the top as you can. Of course, first priority is L and R. Make sure you get all the screws on these. All right. Now, for the battery. That might not work. It's all right. I have a full soldering station, batteries, all kinds of shit. If I want, I'll shove a fucking cell phone battery in here. All right. Let's get you connected up. Come on, line up. There we go. All right. I feel like the battery stayed in place. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't have that set right. The edge is a little off. That's all right. I'll fix that later. See if it'll power on. No. You know what? It's probably dead too. I don't think I had it. I don't think I've charged it in a while. Either that or I pulled the battery connector back out. Whatever. Not really a concern of mine. Like I said, I can fix that. But just be careful with the battery or you'll pull that piece out like I did. Obviously, those connectors aren't set in there that well. And for those of you that are like, oh, you broke it, I'll show you it working in the next video. I gotta open my doors in 2 minutes. So, this is all I have time to do. Alright. What do you think about that? I like the white and silver buttons on it. I'm gonna have to change the LED ring color though. I think I have it at like the melon setting for MoveOS, so like a purplish pink and a green, lime green. But man, those Sakura retro modding buttons are nice. Hell yeah. Yep, so I'll fix this. I'll probably open it back up, fix the battery, and then give it a test run. None of them feel like they're sinking in too far. Nope, they click right. Anyway, so that's the part I was waiting on. The white and silver PlayStation buttons for the RgCube. Technically, these are for the 406H, but they fit the Cube, since the Cube's just a shorter 406H. But they have other color buttons. They have like your typical black, and then, you know, each one of these is their normal color, green, blue, red, whatever. I just wanted to do white and silver on this one to see how it looked against the black handheld, and I really like that. So this was a video on what not to do when tearing apart a handheld and how to screw some stuff up like I did, and there you go. Learn from my mistakes, which they're only minor ones. I'll get them fixed. But yeah, well, tell me what you think about the white and silver buttons on the RgCube. Do not use this video as a guide, clearly. Unless you have the means to repair anything you messed up. I mean, this is how you do it. You pull it apart just the same way, but... Oh, look, my office is open. Anyway, so yeah, that's how you kind of do it. Alright guys, tell me what you think in the comments. I'm going to throw the last body screws in this thing, open up my doors, and then call whoever this person is back. So I'll see you guys in the next video.